Do you feel like every time you make a move to get ahead, another bill knocks you two steps back? One moment you're proud of that payment, and the next thing you know, you're hit with another. It's frustrating, it's stressful, and it's exhausting. The good news is there's a solution that could help you move forward for good. It's called Freedom Debt Relief. But what do you need to qualify for a debt relief program? Let's break it down. Hi, I'm Rob, a financial coach dedicated to teaching you the money skills you never learned in school. I know that for many of us, discussing money wasn't a regular part of our dinner conversations, and that can make financial planning seem daunting. But you know what? You don't have to tackle it alone. I'm going to walk you through the process of how to qualify for Freedom Debt Relief so you can get all the info you need to take the next step on your financial journey. Today, we'll cover what debt relief is, how it works, who qualifies, the process, the pros and cons, and whether it's the right move for you. So stick around, because this could be the turning point you've been looking for. What is a debt relief program? Let's bring it back to the basics. What is a debt relief program? Well, it's a way to reduce what you owe and work towards becoming debt-free faster than just making minimum payments for years. In the Freedom Debt Relief Program, you set aside a monthly deposit that fits your budget, and that money goes into a special account that you control. Once there's enough saved, Freedom steps in and negotiates with your creditors to reduce your debts, ideally for less than you owe. And the best part is, you'll only pay fees after a debt has been successfully settled and you approve the agreement. And here's a pro tip. You can speed up the process by selling unwanted items and cutting unnecessary expenses to increase your savings and pay your settlements faster. Types of debt relief options. Debt relief is not some one-size-fits-all. There are a variety of solutions to finally get your debt under control. The one we've been talking about, debt relief, is also called debt settlement, aka Freedom Debt Relief Specialty. It's for those who are really struggling to keep up and their debts need to be lowered. And this is where something like Freedom Debt Relief Program comes into play. They can negotiate on your behalf to reduce what you owe while coaching you through the process and helping you save one day at a time. Heads up though, debt relief programs do impact your credit, and forgiven debt may be taxable. Another option is debt consolidation, and this one is all about simplification. A loan like a personal loan or a home equity loan is used to pay off your debts. It usually has a lower interest rate than your current debts and allows you to have one simple payment, the loan, instead of multiple high interest debts. This is a great way to pay off debts quickly and save money on interest in the long run if used correctly. And finally, bankruptcy. Look, I know it sounds scary, but bankruptcy is for people who are in serious financial trouble and is often used as a last resort. It allows you to essentially wipe the slate clean or restructure your debts, but it takes a big toll on your credit and remains on your report for years. There are two common types of bankruptcy to be aware of, Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. Chapter 7 bankruptcy involves the liquidation of your assets to pay off your creditors, while Chapter 13 allows you to restructure your debt and repay a portion of what is owed over a 3 to 5 year period. What are the eligibility factors for a debt relief program? If debt relief or debt consolidation sounds like the right move for you, then keep watching. I'm going to explain why you might be a good fit for a debt relief program. If you have unsecured debts of at least $7,500, Freedom Debt Relief could help. They offer support for various types of unsecured debt, like credit cards, medical bills, personal loans, and even private student loans and department store credit cards. They also work with collections, unsecured lines of credit, and payday loans. Freedom Debt Relief can also help if you're facing financial hardship and payments become unmanageable. Think job loss, income reduction, or any situation that hinders your ability to make ends meet. Keep in mind, they can't help with secured debts, meaning collateral is involved like auto loans and mortgages, or federal student loan. What are the steps to apply for Freedom Debt Relief? Here's how the Freedom Debt Relief process works if you qualify for the program. First, you'll start with a free debt evaluation. You'll have a one-on-one call with a certified debt consultant. They'll go over your debt, your budget, and what kind of relief might work for you. There's no pressure and it's totally free. If you want to move forward, they'll design a personalized plan based on your income and expenses. Then, instead of struggling with minimum payments, you'll make one low monthly deposit into a dedicated account that's used to fund settlements. This account is only accessible by you, which means you'll always have full control over your money. Plus, having just one low program deposit means that every month, you'll potentially free up cash that you could use to cover living expenses or build up an emergency fund. Next, Freedom Debt Relief negotiates on your behalf. Their team works with your creditors to settle your debts, often for less than you owe. When a deal comes in, you'll be notified to approve or deny it. Once you authorize a settlement, payment will be made directly from your dedicated account to the creditor and a fee will be charged. This fee could vary based on your state of residency. As more debts are settled and paid, you'll work your way through the program until all enrolled debts are resolved. And one by one, you'll say goodbye to those debts and all of the stress that comes along with them. Once all of your enrolled debts are resolved, you will have successfully completed the Freedom Debt Relief Program, meaning you'll finally be rid of those debts and ready to move on with your life. What are the risks of debt relief? Debt relief programs are powerful tools that help millions of people, but they don't come without risks. When doing your research, watch out for these red flags that the FTC warns consumers about. Asking for upfront fees. If a company asks you to pay before selling any debts, run. By law, debt relief companies cannot take a fee until they've negotiated a settlement and you've agreed to it. Making big promises. Claims like, we'll wipe out your debt for pennies on the dollar, or we guarantee a specific reduction, are definite red flag. Claiming they can stop all debt collection calls and lawsuits. Debt collection may continue. Creditors can still call you and in some cases even sue you while you're not making payments. No matter your needs, be sure to work with a reputable company like Freedom Debt Relief to help improve your financial situation long term. As with any major life decision, it's important to weigh the pros and cons. So let's break them down for a debt relief program. Pros. You can get rid of unsecured debt faster. You may pay less than what you owe. You're in control of what offers to accept, and it's private, so you avoid bankruptcy. As for cons, creditors might call or sue you while you're not paying. There's no guarantee of success. Your credit score will take a hit, and forgiven debt might be taxed. Speaking with a tax professional before choosing a debt relief option could be a valuable tool in your decision-making process. Look, debt is heavy, overwhelming, and hard to navigate alone, but it's not impossible to fix. You just need the right people and the right plan. Programs like Freedom Debt Relief are built to negotiate with your creditors so you can pay off your debt for less than you owe and potentially get rid of debt faster than with minimum payments. Remember, debt relief typically works best if you have unsecured debt like credit cards and medical bills, you owe at least $7,500, or you're dealing with a financial hardship and making monthly payments just isn't realistic anymore. While Freedom Debt Relief has helped thousands of people reduce their debt, there are also risks to think about, like a drop in your credit score, possible collection calls, and the chance that not every debt will settle. Plus, forgiven debt could be taxable. But the pros? Financial freedom, finally. In the end, the right solution depends on your situation. What matters most is that you take action and ask for help when you need it. A free consultation from Freedom Debt Relief could be the turning point that helps you breathe a little easier and finally feel in control again. Click the link in the description for a free evaluation. And if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more real money talk.